Whoa, I don't have a place to put this. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm really excited about this video because, well, we just got back from Hawaii a few days ago, and I was thinking about how I was going to, share content from that trip, and I decided it might be fun, instead of doing a pack with me video, to do an unpack with me. This is the crazy idea that I came up with when we were traveling. So today I'm going to show you everything I packed, and I'm going to tell you if I would bring it again, if I think it's necessary, etc. Let's just get into it because I really want to unpack this so that I can put up my Christmas tree. That's what I have to do before I do that. So let's unpack. The first thing is my sun hat. We brought these on the plane. They didn't fit in our luggage. And I honestly wouldn't bring this again because it was so windy. I found myself wearing my baseball hat more than that. So I wouldn't bring that. But it is really cute. This is what I brought as my carry-on. I usually bring a backpack, but I recently got this cute little bag from Etsy, and I thought it would be handy to bring on this trip, so I brought it, and it worked out fine. I just made sure that everything that I brought in it was in a little pouch or a bag, so nothing would be like rolling around when we were traveling. I did unpack a little bit, so this is what I brought my liquids in. This is, I think, a half-gallon stasher. It doesn't say, but it ended up being perfect. So I traveled with these little capsules from Cadence. So I have my Yay for Earth serum in here, my sunscreen. This is my hair. It's kind of like gel from a brand called Colton King that I really like. My toothpaste tabs, makeup remover, face moisturizer, and body moisturizer. I also have shampoo and conditioner that are already in the shower so I could use them up, but they fit so perfectly in here, and I love how I could see them, and they were just really handy for travel. So those were my toiletries. I also have my makeup in here somewhere that I'll show you. Again, this is something that I already washed because we came home a few days ago, but we also brought some stasher bags for like sandwiches and snacks on the go. This one was really handy for, like our bug spray and sunscreen and stuff that we needed to bring with us. In my like personal item bag, I brought this other little personal item bag. So I'm not huge about buying things for trips. I think that for the most part, you probably have what you need and you don't need to buy something new just for a trip. That being said, I did buy 2 new things, and I'll tell you what those are, but they were secondhand. So I got this from Poshmark. It's a little belt bag that I thought would be really handy for this trip, for traveling and just for, walking around wherever. So this is my little belt bag that I've honestly been wearing like every day since, because it has a little zipper pouch right here that usually has my credit card and ID and stuff in it. So this is like my wallet back here. And then in the main compartment, it was like perfect as like an airplane bag too, to like put this under the seat and then only have to deal with this, if you know what I mean. I have my headphones, I have a charger. I always use like a little hair clip to corral my chargers, a hair rubber band, hand sanitizer. This is actually one of the only things that I purchased on this trip. It's like a natural, I think it's like an essential oil fragrance roller. It smells like sandalwood. It smells amazing, so I have that in here. And then I have 2 more little Cadence capsules, one with my hand cream. This is the Osea Ondaria body butter. That's my all-time favorite and I love so much, so I took that. And then just my supplements, so those fit perfectly in here. And then my phone usually fits in there too, so that's my little purse. The other new secondhand thing that I bought for this trip, you're probably gonna laugh because it has like holes in it, but it's the shirt. So I had this shirt in kind of like a pink color that wasn't in my color palette. If you haven't seen my next video, you can watch it above, but I'm selling that one on Poshmark, and I picked this one up from eBay. I bought it from someone in Long Beach, which is funny because that's where I'm from. I didn't realize that the holes were gonna be so large on it, so I am probably gonna clean them up maybe with some embroidery little designs or something, but this is actually what I wore on the airplane. It was so comfortable, and it also worked great for like a really easy cover up for the beach. So anyway, I'm getting off track. All that being said, those are the 2 new secondhand things that I bought for the trip. I brought a water bottle, obviously, my sunglasses, a fork in a little reusable napkin, my hair clip that I got from a local zero waste shop called Eco Now. I brought my notebook with a pen and highlighter, and then, oh, here's my hat. So this is the hat, my Cinderella Stories hat, or otherwise known as a Dodgers hat. I brought this and wore it actually more than I thought I would. So anyway, that's everything that was in my personal bag. Oh, also, not for the flight back, but for the flight there, I brought my little coffee cup in my personal bag too, so I'll leave that there. Okay, now we're getting into the fun part, the actual suitcase. So I brought this headband, which actually is really funny because this brand called Versed sent this to me. It's like a vegan skincare brand. And then later they sent me another one. So Nick and I wear these together and we're so cute because he has long hair and I do too. So anyway, we brought both of our Versed headbands and looked very cute wearing them together. I wasn't going to bring my Made the Label oversized sweatshirt. I was just going to wear it, you know, on the drive to the airport, but it was so cold that I ended up bringing it, and I'm so glad I did because airplanes are cold. I haven't been on an airplane in like 4 years, and I was like, it's cold here. So brought my sweatshirt. It also looked really cute with these pants. These are from Athletica. So something weird that I brought is this little collapsible box. It's from a brand called Hey. It's plastic, so I can't really like recommend it, but maybe you can find it secondhand. But it's so handy because it packs flat, and then there's a little box. I did bring a lot of like food because I have kind of like a weird diet right now with this health stuff I'm going through. So I had like my supplements and food stuff, and I wanted like a little area to corral them, and I'm weird and brought my own little organization box, and it worked out perfectly. And then when I was done with it, crazy, look at how small this packs down. It's like it's not even there. So there's that. Said supplements in this little case. I got questions about this in another video. I was looking for a plastic-free supplement container because I'm having to take a lot right now. And I thought this was fully plastic-free, but then on the inside there is like a plastic liner, which is a bummer, but it's what is like actually divided. But most of it is like the Swell bottle. I guess it's stainless steel, so what can you do? I bought it and I use it every day, so that's great. Okay. Other things that I have over here, I always put my shoes in one of these little travel pouches. I got this for like $1 in Old Town Orange like 10 years ago, and I still love it so much and use it. I feel like it would be so expensive now because this fabric, this like vintage fabric, so popular, and there are cherries on it. So anyway, these are my shoes. I wore my Birkenstocks. I brought my like fancy shoes. These are by Beatrice Venezuela. I bought them secondhand. And then, oh, you know, I did have to buy a pair of shoes on the trip, which I was not expecting at all, because I usually wear my Birkenstocks all day, every day, and they never hurt my feet. They're great. But we were walking so much on this trip, like 14,000 steps a day or more. That's a lot for me. I did have to buy just like normal flip-flops. I just would not have survived wearing my Birkenstocks or my other sandals. I don't know why. It was so odd. I've never had that problem before, but these are great. And honestly, I'd been thinking about getting sandals like this for a while for like shower shoes when we camp and stuff. So I'll definitely be able to continue using them. Okay, and in here, I took out my underwear and socks because I'm not interested in showing that to you all, but I did keep my bathing suits and I wanted to share a little bit. So I have 2 bathing suits from You Swim, which is a really great, inclusive, sustainable brand. Their suits are just one size, if you can believe it or not, and they fit 7 sizes. So my favorite one is this red 2-piece that has these high waist bottoms that look crazy, but they fit me, and they fit, I think, up to a size 12. I'll have to write in the correct number. And it's just so handy to like not have to worry about your bathing suit fitting. One thing I will mention though, so I have the 2-piece, and then I have the little shorts, and I was so excited about these because, well, maybe, you know, if I surf or boogie board or something, I would like something with a little bit more coverage. So these shorts were such a cool concept, and they are really comfortable, but as you can see, they're kind of falling apart a little bit, and I feel like I made a mistake wearing these once in Nick's grandparents' pool that has like a really the bottom is like really like scratchy. They redid the bottom of their pool recently, and it like hurts your feet sometimes when you walk on it. So I was sitting on the steps, and I feel like that's why it kind of like tore up here. But then it's also kind of tearing up like in the front, and I obviously like didn't do anything there. So I don't know why this one is kind of falling apart so much faster than the red one, but I do still really like them. I think I just need to like maybe re-sew this little part here. I don't know, it's odd. I've only worn this one, well, I wore it a lot on this trip, but before this trip, maybe like 2 or 3 times. So that's kind of a bummer, but I still do really like that brand. I have another little bathing suit top that I'll explain later, and the little slip for a dress that I brought, so I'll show you that later too. Okay, so we got one side empty. Are you still interested? I hope so. So in here I just have 2 tank tops that were kind of just like for wherever. The first one is this tinsel one from Mate the Label. I showed this, I think, in a favorites video or something. I love this so much and I still wear it often. And then this is just from not from a sustainable brand, but it's just like a little undershirt. And then I have a little Vera scarf, one of my favorite ones. I love finding vintage Vera scarves at the flea market and estate sales. I think I've talked about this in another video before, and something that's really helped me to sort of minimize my collections that I have, including my vintage scarves, is to focus on just one brand. So I have more scarves than I probably ever need, but if I do find something I really like, I have like a perimeter for myself, and I say, okay, if it's a vintage Vera scarf, then I could like think about buying it. Otherwise, I just don't. And you know what? I've survived fine with that rule, and I'm happy to just really care for and use the scarves that I have. So there you go. Okay, this is the fun part. So in here I have my makeup. This is a new-ish to me makeup compact that I got from Elate because I'm partnering with them on an Instagram post. I actually just filmed that today, so check out my Instagram if you haven't. But I really love how this lays flat. So this is a combination of some Elate products, some Carewise products, some products that I was gifted that I just took out of the package and put in here. I hardly used this at all on the trip, but I did use the brow balm and the concealer, so I brought it with me. I had the room. And then other makeup I brought, well, obviously my deodorant and a little capsule, my sunscreen, the Elate mascara that's, can you hear that? It's in a glass container. They recently redid their packaging, and I'm so happy about this. It's still the best formulation, but it's a silicone spoolie now, so it can be cleaned, and I think they're gonna start selling refills, which is really exciting. And then this is from another brand. Again, I got it from a local zero waste shop called Eco Now, and it's also glass, so exciting, and it's just a really pretty sort of berry lip product. So I love just like wearing tinted sunscreen, a little bit of brow gel or mascara, and this tinted lip balm, and that's really all I needed on this trip. Okay, and then I just had, oh, oops, here's a rogue pair of socks. Did I wear these even? These are from Girlfriend Collective, and these are my favorite socks ever. They're like the quarter high socks, so they're great. I'd wear them all the time. This color is a little bit like newborn baby diaper. If you know, you know. But I still wear them because they're really comfortable. So that's that. So I only brought 2 packing cubes on this trip. Funny story about these packing cubes. I was sent these from Tree at the very beginning of 2020 because I was going to do a collaboration video with them featuring their travel capsule things and a backpack, and then obviously the pandemic hit and like travel was not a thing. So I still use these and love these, but I never got to do that collaboration with them. I really liked these because I was able to just open up my suitcase and go like this and have them, I mean, it's kind of messy right now, but like everything was just so nice and organized here. Okay, so the first thing in here is this sleep set that I got maybe 6 months ago when I was like really not feeling well and just like in PJs all the time. And I love this thing. I bought it on Poshmark, like you probably already know, but it's from a brand called Lunya, I think. So it's this like little oversized shirt. It's made out of silk, and then it has these little shorts that are also silk. And I think that, I mean, they're super cute. But more than that, I have such sensitive skin, like eczema, just issues that I'm dealing with and getting better. But I feel like this has made such a difference in my skin and just like not feeling itchy and you know, not getting too hot. It's just like temperature regulating, this fabric. It's just really incredible. So yeah, like I said, you can find these a lot secondhand. I've been really happy with this. I've been wearing it pretty much nightly for the past 6 months, and it still looks the same. Next, I have my dress that I showed in my last video. This is from Daughters of India. I only wore this a couple times. I thought I was gonna wear this more because it is so light and airy, but I did definitely favor just like my shorts and my little tank tops that I'll show you in a second. But I wore this a few times and definitely just felt wonderful in it. Sometimes I wore it, you know, just with my bathing suit under it without my little slip and felt fine. And then other times I'd wear the slip too if we were like going somewhere other than the pool. But I definitely love this. I want to wear it into the fall and winter with like really cozy sweaters and my Bluestone boots, or however you pronounce that. I just think that it's such a beautiful piece and I love it. These are a pair of shorts from Cezanne. I love the bright cherry color. I wore these a lot with this bright cherry top. So these are sort of a mix. I think it's like organic cotton and maybe some sort of recycled fiber. And I believe this is an organic cotton and linen. It definitely looks and feels like there's some linen content in it. So one of my favorite things about traveling is creating a mini travel capsule wardrobe. And what that means for me is usually, I mean, depending on, you know, the time of year and where I'm going and stuff, I'll pick pieces that I love and that I know can be mixed and matched together. I really didn't bring very many pieces at all. I literally only brought 2 tank tops, this top I'm wearing, and those are all the tops I brought. And we were gone for like 8 days, right? 8 days something. But I could make so many different outfits with these pieces because they sort of all mix and match well together. So that being said, I loved these together. I also had this sweater that I wore often just over my shoulders, but I love this combo together. I think the bright, you know, yellow and the stripes are so just classic and fun. Actually, before I move on to the tanks, I want to share about this a little bit more. So this is again from Cezanne. I love the sort of, it's like almost a little balloon sleeve. I love that I can button it all the way down. That's how I wore it mostly on this trip and over my shoulders. And it's just such a cozy knit. It's 100% organic cotton, so perfect for the weather I live in, perfect for hotter weather too. And I think it just kind of elevated a lot of the looks that I had. As you'll see, they're pretty casual, but then I would put this over my shoulders and I would just feel like I was just on top of it. So anyway, back to the natural fibers. So these are 2 tanks. They are silk. And again, you can find stuff like this a lot secondhand. I loved these so much. If you remember years ago in one of my capsule wardrobes, I had a black tank top that I wore into the ground, but it was kind of like a polyester blend. It was really light and airy, and I even wore it a lot in Hawaii on other trips, but it was like, it wasn't breathable, obviously, because it wasn't a natural fiber. These, I'm just like discovering this for the first time. Like, I wore these so often, they like don't smell at all, even though I was like hot often. They just regulate temperature so well. And I love that this white one is double lined on the front. Going back to that other little bathing suit top, this might be kind of weird again. This is like really cash, but I don't know, we were like in the tropics. I felt like being casual. So this is like a really old American Apparel bikini top that just ties in the back. I wore this with specifically this blue tank top instead of figuring out like a strapless bra because I thought it looked kind of cute, you know, I was at the beach. So that's sort of what I did mostly with this, but then I also had a strapless bra as well. These were just amazing with any of my bottoms. So I would wear them with the yellow. I feel like I wore these little shorts from Outerknown most often. In my last video, I wore the coordinating sweatshirt. I think I got some questions about that. So it's from Outerknown. They looked super cute with my tank tops tucked into them. Oh, okay, so these are my one pair of denim shorts from A Goldie. This brand's really interesting. I buy them a lot secondhand. I love their denim. Most of the time it's like zero stretch denim, and I've had these for I think going on 4 years, and they definitely, are showing some age, but that's kind of what they're supposed to do, right? They're distressed. The one thing that's kind of weird about this brand is the sizing. So when you buy these secondhand, I highly recommend knowing your measurements, because this size is 2 sizes up from my normal size, but they're like almost too small for me. And then I have a pair of pants that are 2 sizes down from my normal size, and they're almost too big for me. So you really can't trust the sizing with them, like the number size. You have to, get the measurements. So just don't make the mistakes that I've made, and make sure you know your measurements when you're shopping for those. And then what else? So I have 1, 2, 3 pair of shorts. I also have these pair of sweatpants that I wore, like in our room. I even wore these traveling home. These are from a brand called Quince, which I'm new to. I bought these myself, but I was curious about the brand, so I'm trying out a few things from them. I really liked these. They were really comfortable. Okay, 2 more things that I brought. I have this Mate the Label, it's kind of wrinkly now, linen top that I wore all summer long. It's definitely been well loved, but I think it has a lot of life left in it. I wore this to the beach often, like closed with my bathing suit underneath it, open with a pair of shorts. And the last piece that I wore, which was like kind of my one fun different piece, is this. So this is actually a dress that I thrifted, and I wore it as like a cute oversized little swim cover up. It looks funny with this outfit. But anyway, I loved wearing this. Like I was saying with my sweater, when I would wear this, I just kind of felt a little bit elevated, even though I was wearing really casual things. I felt the exact same with this. Nick said I look like Snape, because when I walked, it like trailed behind me, and I was like, why can't you think of anything more epic than that? Like Snape? Okay. But from Harry Potter. From Harry Potter, like they don't know. Okay, anyway. So I loved this so much. Again, this was thrifted. It has the prettiest little floral design on it. On the first day there, I wore this and these shorts and this tank with my hat, and I just felt so cute. I don't know. I just think if you can find one piece that is kind of, fun, like statement, it definitely can elevate a really simple, travel capsule wardrobe like the one that I have here. But yeah, I really loved everything that I packed. I didn't feel like I overpacked. I didn't feel like I underpacked. I think I did a good job here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this style of video. Thank you so much for watching, and definitely follow me on TikTok and Instagram if you want other updates for my trip. I'm not gonna do any vlogs here on this channel, but I'm gonna share little snippets on those social channels. So definitely give me a follow there. And thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.